Apart from caring for a sick child or catching an early flight, you may never have considered getting up as early as 5 a.m. For most of us, it sounds like torture, but a few months ago I bit the bullet and began to do it anyway. I have never looked back. The self-improvement factor from this one change is huge. Here are some great reasons why you should join me. If you hate to wake up early and you consider yourself a night owl, that's great. But if you want to know why I choose to watch the sunrise, keep watching. I used to always sleep in late, and coincidentally those were the times when my productivity was subpar. Now before I begin, I want to make it clear that it's not necessarily bad if you wake up late. Some even speculate that late sleepers are more intelligent and creative. But we can all admit that when you wake up late, your productivity and energy levels take a hit. I would argue that it's a more intelligent act to wake up as early as possible. Why? Because you can take advantage of the quiet hours of the morning. This time can be utilized to get more shit done and start your day off better. So here today I am going to explain some of the basic benefits you can expect from rising early. 1. Successful people rise early. Several studies have shown that early risers in college are more likely to be academically successful. Sound far-fetched? Maybe, but if you were to get up at 5 a.m. you'd be in good company. Among early risers past and present are Benjamin Franklin, Tim Cook, Napoleon, Barack Obama, and success guru Robin Sharma, who refers to early rising as mind over mattress. Everyone has an inner voice that shouts at them to get back in bed when an alarm goes off. The first reason I urge you to become an early bird is that doing so enables you to defeat this inner voice. Defeating this obstacle reinforces the winner's mindset. If within the first minute of the day you successfully overcome this hurdle, you are more likely to do the same with your day. These are just a few, the list goes on. Yes, there are some hugely successful night owls too, but the general trend is for an early start to the day. Modeling your life on the success of others can be a great method of self-improvement. Rise early and join the successful crowd. 2. More productive energy. Getting up at 5 a.m. creates more time to do things during the most productive and energetic part of the day. You might not think of early morning as either productive or energetic, but when you get into the habit of rising early, things change. You discover you can take advantage of all the energy reserves you have been building during your night's sleep. Your mind and body are wonderfully rested, and after a short period of adjustment, good coffee and a shower usually help. Both are ready to function at peak capacity. What do you do during the last few hours of your evening anyway? For most of us, it's low-energy activities such as household chores, watching TV, surfing the internet, or catching up with friends on Twitter and Facebook. That's because we use up our main energy surges during the day. Intentionally structuring your day around the peaks and troughs of your energy levels is a ninja self-improvement technique that takes some mastery. I'm still working on this one myself. Going to bed earlier and getting up at 5 a.m. is a key strategy for taking advantage of my energy reserves. Do you still think of yourself as a night owl? I did, too. I used to stay up late most nights, telling myself I was being productive. But the truth was, I just didn't like going to bed. Ironically, this may have been because subconsciously I didn't feel like I was getting enough done each day. Switching from night owl to early bird produced a significant and instant boost to my productivity. Rise early and enjoy the buzz. 3. You will have the advantage. Waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. is going to provide you with so much more time than the rest of the world. In a world where competition is the fruit of success, you must understand that getting up at these hours puts you ahead of pretty much everyone. If done successfully, this will give you a slight edge in pursuing whatever you choose. You can argue that this is all subjective to the individual, and maybe some people can get work done at night time. You see the world wake up. Believe it or not, it's quite exhilarating to watch your city wake up before your eyes. I usually try to get up at around 6 while it's still a little bit dark. At this time there are hardly any people around, and I witness everything around me sort of sprout to life. It's almost as if life and your surroundings are strangely different in the early hours of the morning. It's a completely different experience. Life is about experiences, so you should try to experience as much of the day as possible. This could be argued about staying up late, but we live during the day. That's when the action happens. 4. Quiet and uninterrupted. I don't want to get too woo-woo, but let's be honest, there's something magical about the smell of fresh air in the morning. The stillness, the tranquility. Being alone is a state of mind we are deficient in these days. We are always connected in some way, whether it be social media or when you're at work. The early morning is a great time for you to thrive in an introspective state of mind. It's a fantastic time to visualize, reflect on who you are, and be present. Physical peace is a quality you achieve by sleeping late, but it is waking up early which achieves mental peace. You have to decide what to prioritize. Just remember, but that mental peace and energy also come from the physical, and vice versa though is a no-go. Getting up at 5 a.m. gives you a long period of peaceful, quiet, uninterrupted time. Unless the work you do requires you to make a lot of noise, you will find the silence of a sleeping world is the perfect environment to gather your thoughts, plan ahead, and focus effectively on your important tasks. We recently took a holiday on the beautiful Greek island of Rhodes. I continued to rise at 5 a.m. and used the time to complete my regular morning ritual, including reading, meditation, and writing my journal. I also took the opportunity to reflect on past successes and failures and mind map ideas for future development. I worked on our hotel balcony, overlooking beautiful gardens with the mountains beyond. Have you ever watched the sun come up and hear the world come gradually awake? It's a truly wonderful time and a special privilege granted only to the early riser. Rise early and gain a new perspective. 5. Visualize success. Visualizing a certain reality is one that will probably come to fruition. Think about it. If you visualize a happy and productive day, chances are more likely to head in progression rather than degeneration. If you visualize yourself at the gym, my bet is chances are you'll end up going. Successful people always preach this. My mentors and successful figures I follow tend to say this same thing over and over. Visualize, then take action. Visualization is planting a seed for what you wish to grow in the future. You can't grow a plant, or success in other words, without planting the seed first. If your mornings consist of stress and limited time, how will you visualize anything but being late? How do you practice visualization? You can do this through meditation. 6. Our energy runs much like a battery. Why not make use of that full energy rather than waiting until it's on low to do the heavy-duty, energy-draining work? I hope you can see my point. I'm not discrediting those who work hard late at night, but I think for the majority of people, waking up early and getting used to it will make you more productive. Even if it doesn't, even if for some reason it makes you less productive, at least you tried something new. That's how you improve, right? 7. Take control of your habits. Self-improvement involves taking more control over aspects of your life. One great way to do this is the morning ritual. You don't have to get up early for this, but the uninterrupted time it creates will increase your chances of success. A morning ritual is simply a list of things you do every day, in the same order. For example, my day starts with a visit to the bathroom, grooming, and dressing. Next, I gulp down a large glass of filtered water and refill the glass to drink again over the next 30 minutes. Then I go to my standing desk where I do some inspirational reading and take some time to reflect and pray. Next, I do my affirmations, followed by a highly focused 45 minutes of working on my goals. When my timer finishes, I switch to writing my journal, by hand, usually filling a page of lined A4 paper. I scan my journal into Evernote for safekeeping, and then file the paper copy away. And so it goes on. The same tasks are done in the same way, in the same order, every day, including weekends. You might call it a routine, but I call it a ritual because it sounds much more interesting and intentional. Subtle changes in language can make such a difference in the way we respond to things. The morning ritual is much more than just a way to organize and remember your morning tasks. It's a superb way of developing new habits. By chaining your tasks together consistently, you can easily insert new habits. It's also great practice for using a to-do list, another important weapon in the armory of the self-improver. Developing new habits is crucial to your self-improvement. Getting up at 5 a.m. is the perfect time to make it happen. Rise early and work on some great new habits. 8. Less stress, more time. How common is it for you to be in a frantic rush in the early hours, before work, university, or whatever do for a living? Leaving in a stressful state is not an ideal way to start the day. Picture this instead. You have meditated, exercised, eaten some healthy food, read a chapter of a book you enjoy, and had a refreshing cold shower. Who do you think will be more productive, less stressed, and will enjoy their day more? Furthermore, by taking time in the morning, you have more time to implement a habitual routine. As humans are very habit-oriented, the structure provides great benefits. 9. Putting yourself first. Self-improvement starts out as a selfish activity. Most of us have been brought up to think of selfishness as unhelpful or just plain wrong, but making time for just yourself is essential. As you self-improve, you will gradually become the best version of yourself that you can be, which in turn will enable you to serve others more effectively. Put yourself first, because you cannot love and serve others until you have loved and served yourself first. Rising early gives you time and opportunity to be selfish for the right reason. Consider your strengths and weaknesses. Figure out your purpose in life. Intentionally and consistently follow a path of self-improvement, visiting those areas you know need the most attention. Rise early and be your best in every way you can. 10. Self-mastery. I believe that choosing the hard option is always best. Getting up early, at least at first, is hard. It will teach you a sort of self-mastery. There are so many reasons that sleeping early is difficult to achieve regularly. To do so consistently, you must manage your time effectively. Therefore, getting up in the morning isn't the only thing that will add to your productivity. It's also the fact that you understand more about time management and getting shit done on time. 11. Get pumped up with a workout. Exercise is good for you. I know this, you know this, everybody knows this. Even if you work out later in the day, some type of movement in your morning routine is going to allow your body to truly wake up. Doing so, even if it is for a few minutes, shifts your mind in the right direction, allowing the feel-good endorphins to flood your system. Since your morning routine dictates how your day starts, a quick workout will have you feeling good from the get-to-go. Research shows us that exercise has benefits on our focus and concentration, even in our short-term memory. Along with this, exercising in your morning routine will help boost your metabolism for the day. As I said, the workout doesn't have to be intensive, but something like a short jog or even yoga is going to make the transition from bed to crushing the day a lot easier. 12. Save time with a shorter commute. If you have a morning commute, an early start can improve your life significantly. Earlier buses and trains are less busy, more pleasant to travel on, and arrive more quickly. If you drive, you can avoid heavier traffic and reduce your journey time. If your job starts at a fixed time and there's no opportunity to start and finish early, go early anyway and continue your morning ritual before work in your parked car or in a coffee shop where you can read, meditate, catch up on email or any other portable task. Or use a gym near your place of work for that morning workout. Rise early and beat the rush. I hope some of these benefits and techniques will inspire you to join the ranks of the early risers. Starting my day consistently between 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. has contributed more to my self-improvement in the last 6 months than anything else I have tried. The benefits to my health, well-being, personal organization, and productivity have been remarkable. I heartily recommend it to you. What's your daily pattern? Are you a night owl or an early bird? Please share your experience. I love to hear what other people are doing and achieving.